Alright, this section is solving quadratic equations by the quadratic formula. So first off, let's review what we were doing yesterday. If we had to solve this, this can be factored to x minus 2 times x plus 1. So that means either x minus 2 equals 0 or x plus 1 is 0. So x is 2 or negative 1. What about this one? Well, notice this one, if we try to get two numbers that multiply to 2 and add to 5, our only options are 2 and 1. That doesn't work. Or negative 2 and negative 1 doesn't work. So this one, this trinomial is prime, meaning we can't solve this equation by factoring. And so what we're going to learn today is a way to solve equations like this that we can't factor. And to do this, we're going to use the quadratic formula. And solutions can always be found. So no matter what, your solution can be found. And we're going to use this formula that's over here. And I'll just circle it again in the yellow. Couple things to take notice of. Your equation has to be equal to 0 before we use the quadratic formula. And the a, b, and c are your coefficients of the variable. Notice a is the x squared term, b is with the x, and c doesn't have the variable. So now we're going to solve this equation using our quadratic formula. We're going to start with figuring out what a, b, and c are. So a is 3, it's in front of your x squared. B is negative 5, it's in front of your x. And c is negative 2. Now remember, our quadratic formula is negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So now we are going to go ahead and solve this equation using our quadratic formula. So negative, our b is negative 5, plus or minus negative 5 squared minus 4 times 3 times negative 2, all over 2 times 3. A negative 5 is a positive 5, plus or minus negative 5 squared is 25, and negative 4 times 3 is negative 12 times negative 2 is a positive 24, all over 6. And simplifying this, we get square root of 49, which means this is 5 plus or minus 7 over 6. So what this means is that one of our answers is 5 plus 7 over 6. The other answer is 5 minus 7 over 6. So just like we had two answers before, we'll have two answers with our quadratic formula. So 5 plus 7 is 12. 12 divided by 6 is 2. 5 minus 7 is negative 2. Negative 2 over 6 is negative 1/3. This is one where we could have factored. If we did factoring, this would factor into 3x plus 1 and x minus 2. Notice we get the same thing, and that's fine. If you can do factoring, it's probably going to be a little shorter, but we know that the quadratic formula always works, whereas factoring does not. So once again, let's go ahead and solve this using our quadratic formula. The first thing, though, we don't have an equal to 0, so we need to add our 7m to both sides. Our a is 2, our b is 7, our c is -4. So using our quadratic formula, negative b, so -7 plus or minus square root b squared, which is 7, minus 4a, which is 2, c, which is -4, all over 2 times our a, which was 2. So simplifying this, we'll get -7 plus or minus, and -4 times 2 is -8. -8 times 4 is positive 32, all over 4. 49 plus 32 is 81. Square root of 81 is 9. So that means our two answers are -7 plus 9 over 4 and -7 minus 9 over 4. -7 plus 9 is 2. So this one will give us a half. -7 minus 9 is -16. Divided by 4 is -4. So these are your two solutions. Now on this one, we can use the quadratic formula with fractions. However, most people don't like to deal with fractions, so we can do what we did back in chapter 1 and figure out our common denominator and multiply that by both sides. In this case, it would be 6. So multiply both sides by 6. On the left side, half of 6 is 3, so I'll have 3y squared. On this first part, this will cancel out with the 6 and leave us with a 2, so we'll have 4y. On this second part, we still have the 6. 6 times -1 is just -6. And now, once again, we have to get everything on the same side. So let's subtract our 4y and add our 6. So I'll have 3y squared minus 4y plus 6 equals 0. Our a is 3, our b is -4, our c is 6. Using our quadratic formula, negative b, so -4, plus or minus square root b squared, -4 again, minus 4 ac, a is 3, c is 6, all over 2a, which is 3. Now notice that the square root of -56, that doesn't come out nice and even like our other square roots have so far. And so right now we're just going to leave our answer as this whole thing. We'll figure out how to deal with those square roots in a later chapter, but for right now we can just leave our answer like this. This one, once again, we got to get everything on the same side. So let's just subtract the 1. root of 0 is 0 over 18. Notice adding or subtracting 0 is not going to do anything. On this one, we still need to get everything on the same side. Notice now our A is 4, our B is 0, and our C is negative 9. Square root of 144 is 12. So our answer is plus or minus, divided both by 4, 3 over 2. Now notice this one probably would have been easier if we had just factored from the beginning. So let's go back to when we had it equal to 0. Notice it's a difference of squares. Notice we get the same thing, a positive and a negative 3 over 2. Last one for this section. Let's go ahead and get this equal to 0. Subtract our 8x over. And getting our quadratic formula. And this is where we leave it for now because we don't know the square root of 48. And so this is the end of the section.